Oi, welcome to another video on the channel. We are back on Rugby League 26 and Big Ant Studios just dropped their biggest update yet. So for today's video, we are going to deep dive on what's been addressed and as usual give our honest thoughts and opinions on the update as a whole. Like I said, this one's a doozy of an update, plenty to go through, so let's dive straight in. Starting with our first bit of notes. I've sorted them out myself, so for this, it is player likeness and stats. They've addressed some player likenesses, they've corrected player positions and skills, and they've balanced attributes based on player skill values. So as we take a look at the player stats and take a look at some updated likenesses straight away, the adjustments have been made to overalls and stats in particular, with Nathan Cleary now sitting atop as the lone player with a 93 overall rating, and it looks like the above 90 overall club significantly smaller as it should be. What we do need to check out real quick are the speeds of these big boys like Adam Blake. Still sitting at an 82. What's Payne Haas? 81. What is Nathan Cleary? 92, so I'm not sure if he was that high last time, but we do want to see. Let's go to a winger and see if they've improved immensely. So Ryan To'o, 188 still, although To'o isn't that fast. Let's go to a genuine speedster, AKP 85. So stats wise, the speeds, although are similar in figure, it isn't the case when playing the game. It makes me wonder if an 80 speed for a forward is different in scale to a back. There was a significant difference. We'll get to that. I just want to quickly check out a few more things before we get to the meat and potatoes, which is the gameplay improvements. For the 90 overall club, we have Reece Walsh here at the bottom, Tapine, Kalen Ponga, Cam Murray, Munster, Moses, Mitchell, Corisau, Farnworth, Asomaleawi, To'o, Tedesco, Hughes, Grant, Edwards, Crichton of the Angus kind, Carrigan, Yo, Haas, Fanor Blake, and Cleary. So that's pretty on point for mine, although one could argue that Fanor Blake has taken a dip in form. So altogether there's only 22 players in the above 90 overall club, which is again how it should be. As for the added likenesses, the only players that came to mind because they're a part of my career mode was Cody Walker. He did in fact get an upgrade, and I've got to say he looks pretty solid. We can look closer actually. Here we go. That's actually a really solid depiction of Cody. Another person that came to mind for face scans was Brandon Smith, and unfortunately he hasn't been done yet, but we did get word from Ross ages ago that anyone a part of these top 30 squads that weren't originally scanned will be added in later, so he's definitely on the list. Off the dome, another player I was hoping for was changed was Fletcher Hunt. Damn, he's not done yet, but can't wait for Fletcher Hunt to get an upgrade. Another person that stood out every time I played against the Finns was Jermaine Isaako, as he is their goal kicker. And we did get some spoilers in the cord about him being done, and yes, there he is in all his glory. Another solid looking scan. So overall, the likenesses and the adjusted stats is another positive step forward. There are still stats that need adjusting, players, positions and whatnot. Even on the field, I did notice that my left side and right side was switched, so that still needs to get fixed, but it'll come with time. There were a bunch of career mode improvements and balancing that did get done. We'll read through the list while we play the game. We do have a couple of new gameplay elements to showcase. First of all, for the patch notes, they improved lighting across the board, improved timing of UI for cutout passes on the play the ball, improved audio and presentation and cutscenes, and of course improved stability. The biggest talking point for the video though is gameplay related animations. Pretty much an overhaul of animations has been injected into the game, most of which I haven't been able to do, like the hurdles, the Goosey. I'm hoping they add a separate Goosey button like they had in Rugby League Live 3, I think it was, and that was the perfect counter for dive tackles. I also haven't done the tries on purpose. I kind of want to surprise myself when playing the game, and I've not yet seen the new celebrations and disappointments for goal kicking. For what I have seen though, and I'm super surprised that they did this, they actually changed the default sidestep, or the base sidestep. If you've been watching me since launch, you would have seen that the default sidestep, and I'm talking about when you just press the sidestep with no one around you, was pretty much the same as what was in Rugby League Live 3 and 4. With this new update, it is something completely different now. I don't know if I like it yet or not. It does look a little weird. I would like to see something a little more natural looking, but yeah, again, it's a welcome change. Added in with this new footwork was a 360 spin move as well, which is triggered pretty much the same way, and I guess is dependent on the person you're using or maybe the stat. It wasn't in the notes, but it is a welcome change. They also added in a new hit up animation to go along with the new footwork and new fins. That new bump is cool. I do want to see more of the bump that doesn't send them flying. It's like a little collision, although I won't see it much when I play on my normal level. I do have some thoughts with the fins. They've got a really good realistic looking fin that doesn't sit down the defender. It like makes them stumble back. That's probably one of my favorites, and they've got some really we'll say impactful fins that send opponents flying backwards, almost backflipping and stuff. I'm not too sure how common those will be on the higher levels, but they are fun, I'm not gonna lie. For defense, they added in a bunch of new big hit animations. There's ones where they attempt to lift up a leg. There's like a swinging arm looking collision. Basically just high impact collisions that send the ball carrier flying. There is plenty of them to look out for. My only gripe with that is that it does seem a little sped up. I'd like to see it like a little bit slowed down, and I'd also like to see them mix in some hit and sticks, you know, like the hit we saw on the trailer where they just smash the ball carrier and follow through with them onto the floor. That's probably the only thing missing from all these big hit animations. Overall, my thoughts on all these animations being added into the game, I haven't even seen them all, but from what I've seen, it is a major leap forward. And to be honest, I wasn't really expecting that many new. There's like a ton of variety for sidesteps, fins, bumps, big hits. The drive collapses we haven't even been able to check out yet. I'm not too sure what those look like, as well as the other stuff we mentioned, like to do with footwork and stuff. There is a lot, and there's a mix. There's a mix of realistic ones, and there's a mix of like, I don't want to say arcadey, but like over the top-ish, that'll really get to the casual player up and about when seeing these in game. So new animations, a huge plus, with quite a lot of surprises in there. I'm moving on, we're not even done yet. They did make like a general speed adjustments. At least that's what it feels like while playing the game now. Like I was saying earlier with the stats, it feels like there's a significant difference between backs and forwards when it comes to speed. And you can actually score runaway tries with outside backs now. In fact, the only way you'll be getting run down would be by other fast backs. The game overall just doesn't feel like super fast as it did before because everyone was like running at the same speed pretty much. Gameplay is kind of slowed down a bit, and it does make for a smoother experience. So overall, for the gameplay adjustments, that's including the speed tweaks, new animations, that is a major leap forward. It's kind of got me keen to see if they'll make even more adjustments or tweaks, refining of certain animations in the future. And lastly, we have a list of career mode changes that we'll quickly read through before we close out this major updates review. We have corrected minimum wage for competitions based on real life, corrected stadiums being played at when spectating matches in career mode, rectified team of the year showing full squad of 13 players, I love that, top try scorer and under 23 player of the year. Balanced frequency of injuries in career mode, thank you, because we are getting hammered in our bunny's career. Improved contract logic for rookie and star career modes. Improved start of career allocated space in salary cap, helping coaches with re-signing players. Improved watch list notification alerting coaches when player on their list is available, and added ability for coaches to select jersey numbers for the season for relevant competitions. So that's like to do with Super League, I'm assuming. All of that I've yet to dive into. I did go into my save just to see if it'll show stats from previous games, or if I had to like restart the save, and thankfully it did show the stats. Cody Walker's been updated, so everyone that's currently going through a career mode should be good to go. Speaking of go, that is where we are going to end the video. This whole patch in general has been a major step forward. Yes, there's still things to work on, but like I've always been saying since day dot, I'm fairly optimistic that any issues will get sorted out, as we ain't in 2017 anymore. We won't get just one update. And I've been through the whole process with Rugby 25 and their support post-launch. We just need to have a little patience. Of course, you can be upset about the launch and whatnot, but we've moved on. looking forward to what they can do to rectify that launch state the game was in, and this is some positive steps forward. May even go as far to say leaps forward. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button, and if you want to see more rugby league related content or more content in general, go ahead and drop your boy a cheeky sub. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.